Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a plant shop vlog where I tell you guys all behind the scenes of me running my plant store from home. In last week's vlog, we did a really big restock. I had a ton of plants to put on the shop, so I did that, and we did get quite a few orders. So currently everything behind me is what we have left for sale. Since we did a big restock already, I don't have too many things to put up on the shop, but I do have maybe like 2 or 3 plants that are ready to go up, so I'm gonna do that today. Sometimes the restocks are really big, and then sometimes they are small, and that's okay. I do still have a lot of propagations going, so we'll have to check them out this week to see if anything can be potted up and listed for sale for next week. But I will still have a few things to do this week, so let's just jump right into the vlog. I think I'm only going to add 2 plants this week to the restock, and it's going to be this little Precio Verde here. It's putting out this new leaf, and it's also going to be this Anthurium medium blue, this one here. There's not too much to restock this week, but there is still a ton of plants on the shop that are still for sale. So whenever there is a lot of plants still on the shop, I don't want to do another really big restock. I kind of want those to go first. I currently only do really big restocks about once a month when I get shipment in. I haven't ordered shipment for I think a month now, and I don't plan on ordering shipment probably until mid-June. So pretty much everything in here is just propagations or things that we had growing from previous shipments and things like that. So I am really excited today because I got a little Bluetooth label printer. It's so cute, and of course I got it in pink because I love pink and it matches everything that I have pink on my desk. So this fits perfectly. So I got this little label maker on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description in case you want it. It is Bluetooth and it connects to your phone. So currently I label the plants using these labels here. I make the design on Canva and then I print them using my thermal printer that's connected to my computer. It's a little bit more complicated on the computer basically. With this, I can just type it as I go, print it out, and then save the template and change the name. It makes it much easier. I'm gonna keep these labels because it does have my shop name on it, and they are kind of big. The labels for this printer I got were kind of small, but I'm gonna just keep these because I have a million of these anyway, stick them on the pot and then type the name on this and stick it on there so that I don't have to handwrite it anymore. My handwriting sucks, and I would rather it just look a little bit more professional with like a printed label. And by the way, this is not sponsored. I'm just really excited about this. I can use this for my plants, but I also can use this for labeling stuff around the house too. So let's print it out and see. So it just prints out right here. How cool is that, you guys? Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I am really all about convenience. So hopefully you can see here, but that's what it says. It looks much better now. Obviously, when I'm out of these bigger ones, I'm gonna try to find a slightly bigger label for this that is compatible. So now I'm just going to quickly get pictures of these. It's only 2 plants, so it shouldn't take me too long to get pictures and upload them to the shop. And then when I'm done restocking the shop, I'm just going to send out an email to my mailing list letting them know that the shop has been restocked. I just got back from dropping some plants off at the post office. I normally ship out plant orders on Monday and Tuesday. Sometimes I do ship plants out on Wednesdays as well, as long as the customer is kind of nearby New Jersey, because it won't take too long. The reason why I only ship out plants on Monday and Tuesday is because obviously I don't want your plant to get stuck in the mail over the weekend. So any plant orders that do come in past Wednesday, I do wait until at least Monday to ship it out. But throughout the week, I do get other orders that are not plants, like plant pots, mulch bowls, soil mixes, stuff like that. So I do continue to ship those out every single day. So I just dropped off a few of those orders, and now I want to water the plants in here. I'm going to be fertilizing the plants today. I'm using the Dynagrow liquid fertilizer. I'm almost done this one, so I'm probably gonna get another Dynagrow one, but I think I'm going to get a different one. When you're using it, just make sure you're following the instructions because it can be like really strong. And when I water the plants, I do use this sprayer here. This is seriously a lifesaver when you have a lot of plants. I don't like using watering cans, especially to water plants that are really high up, because a watering can is really heavy and I have back problems. So using a pressure sprayer makes things really easy. So this is the thing that I'm always using when you guys see me watering the plants. So I haven't been too productive with the shop this week, and honestly it's because I've had really bad allergies this week. I do get allergies quite bad in the spring, and today you could probably hear it in my voice, but they are definitely acting up today. So after this, I'm definitely done. Sometimes if I'm already having a bad allergy day, just being around the plants makes it even worse. So I'm just going to water the plants today and then just get out of here because it's just going to make it worse. I don't know why, but it definitely does suck having allergies. If you're someone who doesn't have them, you are so lucky. So I pretty much water the plants in here kind of on a schedule. They all dry out around the same time. So I only water plants if they are dried out, and I'm pretty, you know, experienced with the plants, so I'm okay having kind of like a schedule. I do water the shop plants about once a week, and it's usually on like a Friday or Saturday, or if I have to do it again, it's because I notice that they are really dry. This room gets really dry because it is a south facing window, so the sun is shining in here directly, and we do have the fans on in here, so it does dry out kind of fast. So I do just water the plants really as needed, but one thing in particular I try to do is water the plants a day or two before they are about to be packed up and shipped. The reason I do that is so that they have enough moisture to last in the box when they are in transit, but I don't recommend you water a plant right as you're packing it and shipping it because it can rot that way. So as for fertilizer, I only fertilize the plants every other watering, so like every 2 weeks basically. Probably in the summer I'll fertilize every watering just because it's really warm and they grow quite fast in the summer. And like I said, I do use Dynagrow liquid fertilizer. You just put it in the water that you're watering the plants with. I don't use any slow release fertilizer in the potting mix, and pretty much the reason I don't use that was because there's a brand in particular that like you always see at like Home Depot, and I don't know what it's called, but like if I saw it I would know. But one time I was looking on Amazon and so many people were leaving comments saying that the little liquid fertilizer balls or whatever, they were like plastic and they didn't dissolve. It was like basically a fake product or something like that. And ever since that, I was just like, oh my God, like I'm scared that it's like always going to be a fake product because, you know, people are freaking scammers. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm never going to like get that ever again, because if it's a plastic ball then it's not going to dissolve and it's not fertilizer, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I don't use it, but I just prefer the results of the liquid fertilizer anyway. I think Dynagrow is a really great liquid fertilizer. It is a little bit expensive and the container is kind of small, but you don't need to use a lot for it to work, and I've definitely seen results using it. We actually have a local semi-hydroponic store near us. I went only one time and they had so many liquid fertilizer options. It was crazy. I think when I'm finished this one, I'm going to go over there and just take a look and see what they have and possibly try something new. And I remember when I went there, they had a ton of like the really large bags of leca. I don't know if they actually sell pond there, like the lechuza pond. If you are into semi-hydro, I would definitely look around your area to see if you have a semi-hydroponic store versus buying on like Amazon or something, because sometimes the semi-hydro stores are way cheaper to buy it in person. And this whole time I didn't realize that I had one literally like 5 minutes up the street from me, which is kind of crazy. They even have like the leca net pots that people like to use if you do like the double cup method. Some even do have grow tents and things if you're into that. But yeah, I'll probably pop in there in the next few weeks and see if I can find a new fertilizer. So as for the shop this week, I really haven't done too much with the plants. I haven't had any time. Since it is the first week of the month, I focus mostly on getting my business finances together. So every first week of the month, I will sit down and organize all of my expenses, my receipts, go through my statements, anything business related. And that is something that I recommend if you are starting a business, or if you already have one. Keep your finances together. It will make your life so much better. Just taking some time once a month to get organized and get your receipts together and stuff like that and review your business expenses, it really will help you come next tax season. This year was my first tax season as my business. My business is going to be a year old in July. So I had my first tax season this February and it went really well because I stayed super organized and I tracked everything. So I definitely learned a lot for this year. So next year I should be in a really, really good place. I also do recommend, if you are not good at keeping yourself organized, hire a CPA or something, or just look on YouTube, because there's a lot of resources on YouTube on how to like bookkeep and stuff like that. Luckily, I have accounting experience because of a previous role I used to be in. So it kind of comes natural for me, but there is a lot to learn as a small business. So don't let the taxes and all the finances scare you, because a lot of the stuff you can write it off for next year and you'll get some of that money back. I will say owning a small business or starting up a small business is very expensive, and it is not cheap at all. And your first few years, you're really not going to profit anything. And that's pretty normal, you know? You have to really promote yourself, market yourself. A lot of people will just jump straight to Etsy because it's a huge, you know, search engine. And half of the time your products don't really get shown to the audience that you're thinking about. So you really have to build that social media presence, honestly. And that is what I did. I started my Instagram first as just a regular plant account. I had no idea I was going to be this business, honestly. I never expected to sell plants, nothing like that, but I had quickly learned that you could sell plants for money. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So whenever I don't want a plant, I can just sell it and get my money back. And then that helped me understand that I could invest in some more expensive plants, grow them out for a while, take a cutting of it and sell it for what I bought it for. It just started off as me selling my own little propagations and things like that. And then now it developed into me, like, you know, buying wholesale and stuff. But I really enjoy what I do and I'm so happy and I love this so much. Like, this is all I want to do. I hope that one day I can do this full time, you know? So now I'm just going to water some of my plants that are up on the top shelf. Some of them are a bit thirsty, so I'm just going to put them in this bin and then just spray them down and then put them back in their spots. So I'm just going to do the same thing, and I'm just using this bin to just collect the water, and then I'm just going to put them back in their saucer at the top. So this is just one way I water the plants on the top, or I will just fill their saucer and bottom water them for a few hours and then check back later. And then by then the plant has like soaked up all the water and it's good to go. So I just talked about this plant here on my last video. It just pushed out this beautiful new leaf. How gorgeous is it? This is a anthurium Bessier af crossed with a crystallinum. When it produces a new leaf, it comes in bright red, fades to maroon, and then eventually fades to the green. This is a super cool plant and a really neat hybrid. So I'm pretty happy that I got this plant. I did get it from Ecuagenera a few months ago and it's doing really well now. And then this plant right here, this is a Gloriosum green. You can kind of see back here, this one I'm watering. This is my philodendron jungle boogie. So these guys are looking good. I'm just gonna put them back in their saucers and put them back on the top. Here is a better look of the jungle boogie at the moment. This plant, I cut it all the time, and I really love this plant. I actually grew it from a little tiny seedling. Then I have this giant anthurium here. You guys seen this a lot. This is my anthurium crystallinum crossed with a forgetii. It currently has 2 inflows going on, so I am going to collect the pollen soon for this guy and store it. I'm trying to still understand like the pollination like process. Like, I just don't know like what plants are compatible with each other. Like, are all anthuriums just like, compatible? Like, I don't really understand, and I don't want to waste it on something that it's not going to work. Like, I don't know. So I'm going to collect these 2 and then do some more research, and if I can put it on the luxurians or clarinurium, that would be kind of awesome, but I don't know if it's going to work. And then we have the big Billy. This is my problem child because it keeps falling and making a mess in here because it's too top heavy. I think this plant will be a year old in the summer. And then we have this anthurium here. This is an anthurium Brielle exara. This plant actually hates me. It needs a repot and I don't have anything bigger. Every single leaf is like so tore up. It's so ugly. I also quickly just watered a few more plants that are on the floor. I have some like really big ties down there and some just regular monsteras. This tie right here is going to a new home this week. So the watering is done. The other thing I'm just going to do really quick is I'm going to spray down all the plants with my neem oil solution. This is a mix of neem oil concentrate, water, and mild dish soap. I use this as a leaf shiner and cleaner, and it's also a pest prevention. I just mix it in this little bottle. I do it myself. I don't really like to use the neem oil that comes already like pre-made. I highly recommend you using the neem oil concentrate. I'll have the link in the description. This is how I get the plants nice and shiny, and they look really nice. So I'm going to spray down all the plants now. And this sprayer is not the best, but it gets the job done for what I need it to do. And I literally just spray the plants down. This is just what I like to do. And then when I'm done, I turn off all the lights in here and I turn the fans on so that it can dry. The reason I turn the lights off is because neem oil can be a bit strong and it can possibly burn your plants. I've never actually had that happen, but I still like to turn the lights off and turn the fans on just so it can dry faster. Before I send the plants off to their new homes when I'm packing, I use this spray again. I just spray it on a microfiber cloth and I just wipe the plants down so that they don't have any dust, dirt, or any water stains on them as well. So this is what I like to do every 2 weeks. It's kind of like a routine for me. Whenever I fertilize is when I do the neem oil spray as well. So that's pretty much it for today, you guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow.